It's Tuesday night. You know what time it TI is. Time to put the kids to bed and get your nightcap. It's time for nightcap knowledge. Take a sip of my nightcap. That's a good nightcap right there. That's the official water of nightcap knowledge. Aspire Pura. Refreshing taste, keeping it simple. Available at Amazon.com. The official water of nightcap knowledge and the official water of Mississippi Greek Weekend, aka Mississippi's greatest weekend. HBCU's D9 Culture and Music, all going down May 27th through the 29th here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You can check out the details and get more information and tickets, msgw.online. Let's get ready to kick it off. Got a great guest tonight. It's time for Nightcap Knowledge.
Hey. What's the deal?
Man? What's happening, man?
What's happening?
Ooh,
boy.
You do looking like your tired self.
Man, tired as a bow-legged prostitute on Saturday night.
Hey, man, that's sex worker.
Same thing.
You put some spec on their name.
Sex worker, prostitute.
Hey, man, there's people out here having sex for money.
Yeah, they call them prostitutes.
Okay, man. Look, they are no longer janitors. They are sanitation technicians.
Correct. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want to. You doing the same. You doing the same shit.
Don't you be disrespecting Mr. Leroy and Mr. James.
Hey, real talk. The damn, maybe it was just us, but the janitors in your going up, like in elementary, middle school, that was all of them.
What you talking about?
At Tougaloo was the coolest cats to hang out with, and cool.
Hey, buddy.
Cool as two fans, brother.
The groundskeepers.
Oh, man, they took care of us. They took care of us.
Juicy. Shoot. What? Man, every time I go back to the yard, the first person is gonna be either Libertus or Juicy.
Yeah.
And then what's my man that always had the cigar? He was on the grounds. You remember him?
Yeah. That was our guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He always
that cigar was never lit though.
Never lit. Chewing on it, picking up trash.
That cigar was never lit.
I ain't never seen it lit because you couldn't light it on ground, but he be chewing the hell out of it though. He be chewing it and picking up trash.
Hey man, hey, I had that little light voice.
Hey, I said, he was slamming doors back in the 70s, probably. He was slamming doors.
Hard.
Man. Hey man,
Go
welcome.
get a disclaimer, man.
Hey man, listen, everybody, in case y'all did not know, this show is rated black and uncensored, real talk, real issues, real solutions. We're gonna give it to you. If you know, it might not be politically correct. If you don't like it, there's other options. But here at this show, we're gonna tell you like a TID is. It's gonna be real. It's definitely gonna be live, and we said live in 05. That was so long ago. God,
you dated yourself. You just dated yourself.
But you were right there with me. Hey. You were right there with me. So look, man, I had a new mental health minute.
Come on with it.
It came up. It's something I definitely think a lot of us can relate to. So the new mental health minute was be your best you. Right? Be your best you. Let's start the week off positive energy and a mindset focused on self-identity. You must know who you are and whose you are. Be your own weird. It's okay to be different. Embrace your talents that come with thinking outside the box. Focus on making you better without losing who you are. So a lot of times folks try to
eat a horn,
make you fit in a box, man, and you don't fit in sometimes socially. They like all of the intellect and whatever your capabilities, your superpowers, or sometimes we would say. But but why Chuck wears sandals with overcoats? I don't like that about Chuck. That's when you get you got it. So, but you like all the tech. We know IT, accountants, some folks fall in those. They are brilliant at what they do. Yeah. Sometimes socially, they might be a little different than the other folks in their age bracket. Socially, so you embrace all of their talents, but you don't embrace their social quirks. Yeah. So I say be your own weird, and I tell that to my daughter. Don't worry about nobody else. Let their weird be their weird.
Hey, bud.
Be your own weird. If you like wearing cowboy boots and jogging pants, but goddamn it, you wear cowboy boots and jogging pants.
I'm gonna tell you somebody that I know, and I'm pretty sure you know him too, and that's become a cool thing now. Watch this. I'm gonna give you an example of a group of people being their own weird, but somebody had to do it first. A group of people being their own weird. All the trail riders. Them jokers will be out there in cowboy boots and jogging pants, or wind pants, or cowboy boots and camos. And the thing is, you have this they found that in corporate America they would say affinity group. They found their affinity group. So man, I definitely I get jiggy with that one.
And I'm gonna get jiggy with this.
You gonna get some Jack? I'm water. I'm making a pledge tonight. Okay. I am alcohol free all the way to MSGW 2022.
Oh, great job.
Nothing but a Spiral Pure, baby. That's what's in the cup. I filled up the double cup. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
All right, man. Look, we got an awesome guest tonight. And we also have our guests lined up for, now that I looked at Mac's text message, for the next 2-3 weeks.
We were trying. We try to do better about keeping things in order.
We are.
So the disclaimer for us, with us, people say, "Man, y'all do a lot." You really probably have no idea.
Hold up. let me follow it up. We do a lot, and we need some help.
Thank you. Thank you. Because as you can see, a rabbit got pulled out of the hat today at Tougaloo College, as you can look on Facebook. So
what's the day reading?
Yes, sir. And I was up there. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Hold up.
Yeah. So yeah, man. We're working on a lot of things right now. We definitely need some more hands on the deck. When they said more hands on the plow. So we definitely need some assistance, because sometimes we can catch each other and sometimes we can't. and we try to make the best of it. But we make it work.
I just got off the horn. Fred caught me when I was taking my phone off Do Not Disturb. Yeah. And Fred, we'll have to have that conversation offline. We don't want to put all of the the dirty draws out on the line. We gotta wash.
No. You gotta wash them things, man. Don't put the dirty draws out there. Don't put the dirty draw, not the draw with the hole in them. Don't none of that.
Yeah. We gonna get on that one, especially with us heading into the commencement weekend. We've got the True Rivers Gala happening Friday, and in true Tougaloo fashion, man, we got to bring on one of our Tougaloo brothers, our Tougaloo folk from not back in the gap from when we was there. But from when I was there working as a when Mac had hair, not that far back.
No, I'm talking about I don't have my Tougaloo hair yet. I'm still waiting on my Tougaloo hair.
Oh, okay, I got you. When you had hair.
Oh, well, yeah, that was 02.
Yeah. We have an author. We have a brother that is doing awesome things and has published, from what I can see and from some of the excerpts that I've read, an awesome devotional, Infinite Grace 365. And I know that's the way I like to operate. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got to give it up for Xavier Amos. Let's get him up here.
What's good, y'all?
There you go. Get like yourself.
Infinite Grace, open for business.
Yeah, look at her. He got the open Mac. Look at he got the open sign in the background. Good boy.
I was just saying, your own kind of weird. Okay, this mine.
There you go. Yeah, man. Look, I see you, man. I see you got folks chiming in already.
Man, that's my little brother right there.
This stuff right there. I'm talking to T-Ware right now. I'm telling tune into the podcast.
Well, he talking about oh man, look at the man. I love the artwork on
hold the book up. Is that $2 on the book?
Nah, it's red and blue, but the tattoo is actually on my arm. Like I actually got this tattoo, I think when I was turning 30. It's a tribal fish hook. Kind of gave me the vibes of Fisher of Men,
Okay.
And then it's a ascension symbol tatted on with it. And so it just that was like the start of Infinite Grace. It was like I always want to ascend, I always want to get higher in what I'm doing. I never want to settle. And boom, that was the start.
So let me ask you this. Did you have the idea for the devotional when you got the tattoo?
So I think I had already been writing it.
Okay.
I started writing devotional in 2019.
Yeah.
I was going through tough time, man. I was like at the peak of my career when I was at Tougaloo. I was a student at Tougaloo, graduated 2012. Then I started working at Tougaloo, and I became director of admissions. I left there on a high note, got awarded the presidential citation and left and went to California, went through some things, and then came back home. And I was just like, bro, I feel depleted. I'm giving everything, trying to be everything to everyone. And so like, what do I need to do to kind of get back to myself, start feeling a little bit more authentic. And so I started writing, and that was 2019. And I think I got the tattoo a year later, and boom, here we go.
So where did you get the inspiration for the tattoo, and then how did it end up becoming like the cover art?
So the inspiration for the tattoo, I have been thinking about this tattoo for years. Like I've always kind of been attracted to feathers. It just kind of like, I think after I started writing, I have, really been kind of, like having like a little come to Jesus meeting, like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing, but I need you to, pull me out this funk, like I was just always used to being happy, but I was just like in a down period. And so I was on Pinterest one day and I saw some tribal stuff, and it was like a tribal hook that I saw, and it looked more like a hook. And so I was like, you know what? I've always liked feathers and all of that. And I kind of thought about this whole idea of like signing my name in the book, letting God know I'm serious, like for real. Like if I tell you right now, I'm gonna do this, because I kind of had felt like he was tugging me towards this anyway. This was a calling. This wasn't necessarily something I wanted to do. This was really like God saying, you know what? this is how you saved, this is how we got you out of this mess. You know what I mean? This now needs to be given to the world. And so the tattoo just kind of organically happened through Pinterest, you know, my own words, looking over things. And then for it to become the cover art, I used this. So it's this girl who went to Jackson State. Her name is Anitra Yearwood. And I was telling her about like the book and everything else. And then it just kind of hit me. I was like, bro, I like what I got on my body. You know what I mean? So it was just like the meaning behind it was so powerful in the aspect of always ascending to new heights, you know, really being about your business in terms of, you know, knowing God, knowing yourself, and knowing love. And so I just put it on the cover. I told her what it was. I sent her like the copy that I gave to the tattoo artist.
Yeah.
And she scanned it, and that's how we made it work.
Man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
You want to jump in here, man? I know you typically have a lot of questions for our authors.
I definitely want to know more about his what tribe, you know, that the tattoo came from. You know, there's so many different tribes, so many different you know, we use African proverbs and so many different meanings. So I know I like that type of African history. So I was like more like, what tribe did you pull that the tattoo from?
I would literally have to log into Pinterest and tell you. I don't know. I can't tell you. I know.
Oh, okay.
Man, well, look, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And I read a couple of the excerpts that you sent to me. I noticed, and I think this is along the lines of where Mac is thinking. You greet everybody as warrior.
Right.
What's up with that?
So I think when you really have a devotional and you commit to something like a devotional, it sets you apart. And so I really wanted the reader to start affirming something like a warrior. You know, like warriors know how to fight. They know how to lose a battle, but they know they in it for the war, you know? And so it's all about winning the war. And I feel like every day isn't going to be, you know, all rainbows and sunshine, but half of the battle is mentality. Half of the battle is what you're telling yourself about the battle, if it's even a battle. And so I wanted to address everybody's good day warrior like every day, because it was just about letting people know, like, let's be strong, let's be courageous, go forth in courage today. And so that was the idea behind it.
Man, I like that. I like that. I think it reminds me of a message that I think Mac and I we give our kids, because both of us are dads. And one of the ways that I had to deliver it most recently was, look, man, you got to be a good sport. Sportsmanship, you know, you have to compete every day, or in every game you have to compete. But before you get to the game, you got to train. Because you can't call yourself a warrior if you're going into battle if you have not trained for battle. You cannot call yourself an athlete. You know, we can't have that. You know, that what Allen Iverson soundbite, practice. You know, like, you remember that?
Yeah.
Practice. Talk about practice. Now, you know, Allen Iverson, whether he wanted to or not, he still had to practice. And the other part about it is that sometimes when you're going into war, you're not going into war alone, and you have to build that synergy and that connectedness. Kind of like pledging, man. When you pledge, you got to learn the people that you with. When you're in the hole, you got to learn the foxhole, or, you know, pledge hole. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn the people that you with. So I like that. I like you you know, having that type of greeting as a part of, you know, the devotional. So let me ask you this: why'd you self-publish and not try to go, you know, big box or something like that? I know you got them connections.
Man, listen, I know some people, but you know, I really wanted to go the self-publishing route because I wanted to keep as many royalties in my pocket for further investment as possible. And so when you decide to self-publish as opposed to going through an actual publisher, you're cutting off about 35% of shares, of your profits. And so I wanted to also, because this was all new to me and I felt like it was something I was being called to do, I was like, man, let me just go the whole way. Let me see what it's all about. So first, you got to write it. Second, you gotta do your research. You gotta edit. You have to know how to get to the finish line. And so I looked at prices. I was on YouTube like crazy, Udemy or whatever it's called. And I was like, okay, so you mean to tell me Amazon, they call it self-publishing even when you kind of go through Amazon KDP. But that is literally probably, so if I put my book on Amazon right now.
Yeah, break down the business of this, man, because I think that's something that people will be interested in.
Yeah, so if I put my book on Amazon right now I'm currently charging $25 for my book. It's 420 pages. So the business aspect of it is, if you put it on Amazon, they're charging you automatically 45-50% royalties, like 45-50% of the $25. On top of that, they're going to charge you for distribution fees, and that takes pretty much, so at 25 I'm already at $13.50. They're going to take another $6.50 for distribution purposes, so that's leaving me with about $5, $6, $7 for a book,
man,
off of a $25 book.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's Amazon, right? You know what I mean? This is worldwide. Everybody can see this. Everybody can grab this. It's less stress on you as the author because they are printing it. They are, making sure you can hire them to design and edit and everything else. But also, if you want to protect the integrity of like what you've produced, you are really going to have to stay on them. And it's hard to stay on big businesses about something personal. So the self-publishing route, now what I'm doing, I'm officially selling through my website. I found a local printer, and I'm here local. Right now I'm local to Tallahassee. So
I just left Tallahassee.
I saw that, and I was like, damn, you could have came through, picked up a chicken plate. No, but yeah, for real though. I'm local to Tallahassee. I found this place, Budget Printers. And basically for $25 a book, I'm paying Budget Printers, and I actually just went and paid them today. Essentially, if my book was all black and white, 420 pages, I would only be paying about $8 a book.
Okay.
So that's pretty decent. $8 a book. Out for 25, you still got a good little, profit.
Yeah.
However, you have to think about shipping. Shipping is a beast of its own, because initially I wanted to do customized boxes. I even, got them quoted. I was like, man, I'm about to order these 6x9x2 boxes, Infinite Grace box. Then I called my auntie who works for the post office. Had been working there 30 plus years. She was like, Zay, you finna pay $9.85 per package. I was like, $9.85? Yeah. Bro, that's I'm back at Amazon price, right there. So I was like, some gotta give. And
Santa chiming in.
Yes, indeed. What's up, Coach? But yeah, so pretty much I wanted to go local, wanted to really go black and local.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any black printing companies that were here local, and I couldn't find any really in the southern region that were around my price point. So I just decided I was just gonna go with who gave me the best price. And that's basically where I'm at with it. So I'll basically, by self-publishing, after I print and ship, I'm probably gonna pocket maybe 13, $14. Well, 12, really on the lower end, like $11, $12 per book. But that's a long way off from 25 still. But I felt like it was worth it with that $5, $6, $7 gap in going through big business, because that's still something I can pour into advancing this cause, this movement.
So
man. Go ahead, Matt.
So I was going to ask, like, I'm a logistical person, so I was looking at, like, you're doing $25 a book. When did you start selling, and how many have you sold thus far?
So first of all, right now it's only open for pre-orders.
Nice.
So the book actually launches on Sunday. Okay. I've sold almost 50 books.
Okay.
I consider that that's very great, because I mean, you do 25 times 50, and then you think about shipping that's added on to that on my website through Square. That puts you at a point right now where you can purchase 100 books versus purchasing 50 books just for your group. So the whole reason why you do pre-orders as a self-published author is because you want to have that as like investment. That's your seed money to kind of push you forward and kind of get this all going. I had to pour a lot of money into this project just on my own before I even got to opening up pre-orders. I did a whole book trailer. You know what I mean?
And look, I wanted to make sure that we got a chance to show that, but keep talking through. I like this part of it because I've seen a lot of Tougalooans that have recently published books, and we've had at least one Tougaloo author on this show. So
goodbye.
Yeah, kissing medicine, clinical medicine, goodbye. I'm very interested. And look, you got folks like, man, that man know what he's talking about. But man,
that's my homeboy Brian. He done published a few books too, and he
nice. We might get Brian on here. You know. So look, give us some more insight about like the type of investment that you made on the front end just to get Infinite Grace as this idea to the point where you're taking it, because the writing is one thing, but it sounds like you learned a lot about the actual business of publishing.
Oh, for sure. So after I finished writing, I knew it was time for editing. And so when we think editing, I'm gonna go slow with this. So when I thought about editing, I knew that I wanted to hire someone with a lot of experience, someone who has published books, who's part of a publishing house, all of that. So I was on YouTube once again. That's a very great teacher. And I saw on YouTube where a lot of self-published, not even self-published authors. I think I was listening to I think it was a Goodreads. I don't know if y'all have heard of them, but Goodreads or whatever, they had a video up talking about this website called Upwork. And so Upwork is this website where it's a bunch of, it's basically where you can hire contractors. Right. So it's editors on there. Yeah, editors on there, book designers, all of these people. And it's not just for books. These are graphic designing people, DJs, all of that. Yeah. So I found my editor on there. She had 25 plus years of experience out of California. And I basically put out an ad that said, look, I'm looking for an editor. I want somebody who knows what they're doing as it relates to devotional content, and someone who's not afraid to not just edit, but advise me on if this is really resonating with you. And she told me basically the price point was cool for her. Now, the price I put out was, I want to say I think I put out a price point of like $500 or something like that.
For the editing of your entire...
For the editing of my entire book. But let me tell you, when I initially put this out, I was thinking I was only doing 6 months. I was like, man, Lord, I only got 6 months in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was going off of the content I had already written when I was kind of going through. But then I had this tug on my heart as I sent her that first draft for them 6 months. She sent me her feedback and she was like, this is good. She was like, and this is someone who is not Black. You know what I mean? She has experience with devotionals, but not necessarily with the culture. And naturally, I'm speaking from experience. This is not a this and that kind of devotional. This is a this and that type of devotional. So, needless to say, I thought editing was the biggest hurdle I had to get over, but I really needed to, after editing, figure out design and what they call typesetting.
Okay.
Typesetting is where, so that's with Adobe InDesign and everything else. I don't have Adobe InDesign, all of that. You know, I mean, I just got Adobe. So anyway, the point is, I didn't know how to do none of that. And which put me back to square one, because my editor told me, Xavier, you hired me for this, not that. And so that smacked the shit out of me. You know what I mean? I was really pissed off about that, because I'm like, bro, I'm thinking I hired you for editing. And she's trying to tell me, no, this is not the terminology. This is not that. And so I had to figure it out. And
you had to come up with some more money too.
No, I did not. Oh. So I figured out typesetting on my own.
Nice.
And what I did was I read a daily devotional every day. It's The Uncommon Life by Tony Dungy.
Coach Tony Dungy.
Coach Tony. I don't really do, but anyway. But so I looked at his book. From beginning to end, started studying his book. I started going in Barnes and Noble's, Books A Million, looking back at old emails where people sent me things. And I was like, okay, let me figure it out. I had to, when you think about typesetting is basically figuring out font, how you're going to lay out everything in your book, having things aligned properly. And it also correlates to, like, you know, the footing and, you know, all of that stuff, italics, headers, stuff like that. So I just had to figure it out. And once I had the visual in my head of kind of what I wanted, the printer I actually hired ended up being a blessing to me, because the young lady there was pretty skilled in typesetting. So what I didn't have right, they gave me feedback on my final manuscript. And this has all been in the last 3 weeks since I released the book trailer.
Wow.
Yes. So it's still been a process. Like right now, this book that I have right here is actually not bound. Like it is, like I can take a copy out and you'll see, like, and we did that basically so I can go through everything one more time.
That's dope,
and,
man.
Figure it all out. But
you up right quick, and we can get you a little bit more now. Give us that visual again to where, like, so I have never seen a book that was not like all bound together. Because you know when you got them old Bibles and you done had them for so long, and then them little pages start coming out.
This is basically, let me show you.
Okay.
So what it's called, it will be called a perfect bound book. There are several ways to print books. There's soft cover, there's a hard cover, spiral bound and things like that. But when you get into my book, will be perfect bound through the local source that I'm going through. And basically all that is they have a cover. And this is not the actual cover, because the cover that I've actually ordered is acrylic. It has acrylic on it, and it basically keeps the cover from like denting up and getting all white and stuff like that after you've been using it for so long. But needless to say, the pages are essentially bound to like a spine, and then the spine is bound to this cover. And people get the book and they order it, they open it up, and page by page it flips, and it doesn't, it's just like a regular book, Let me see. I got Cicely Tyson. This is Cicely Tyson's manuscript, and it's perfully bound.
Perfectly bound. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I done learned a lot tonight. Look at that. Now, look, man. Let's before we do the trailer, and it look like Matt got a question. I have the app. How does the app tie into the book?
Right. So I actually got in one of my devotionals, I talk about the fact that like people don't like to read. Some people, that's become like a thing I've heard so much more lately. Like you'll talk to someone and they're like, I don't read, beyond like the social media or the internet flipping through. Yeah. So I wanted this to be an on-the-go community type space that really, it was a group of people set apart, I think, we all, like it says in the Bible, we've been called according to his purpose. We're set apart, we're chosen. And I feel like with this Infinite Grace community, these are people who are very well disciplined. Like these are going to be folks who are going to challenge the norm. And I want a space where we can thrive together. And like it's just a quick little access on your phone. So the app is basically it's the same thing as the book. However, it is going to evolve after year one. But in year one, you will be able to have like a personal journal that either can be public or private. So it's just like if you're commenting on it would be the equivalent of commenting on somebody's Instagram page, and you just can say whether you want it to be public or private. And so if you do the private aspect, it's more so like a journal every day. And so it's tracking, some days I ask you questions, I'm challenging you to do things throughout your week. And so it's a way for you to kind of document, your progression and things like that. And then another aspect of the social piece on the app is, this fasting aspect or this prayer aspect, prayer circles. My mom has been like, just this past Tuesday, like our church does like prayer calls and things like that on some mornings. And so I was like, what are apps that are similar to this doing, but not doing? And so I was thinking, okay, well, people fast all the time, and people aren't just fasting because of, Palm Sunday, Easter, things like that. People just fast just because, like you just said, you finna go without drinking, from today all the way to Mississippi Greek weekend. You can track your fast in the app and it can give you reminders and things like that. Also, the app won't notify you every day. It's a way for you to, when you initially set up or download the app, you can say, look, I only want to be notified on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't want my phone ringing every day. And so that's one of the cool aspects that I like. So it's as personal as you want it to be, or it's as chill as you want it to be. But yeah, that's the whole idea of the app.
That's dope.
Yep.
That's dope. Mac, what you thinking over there, man?
Man, I hear a lot, and I guess we learned a lot. I'm like, man, you learned a lot about the book and how the book was formatted and put together. So like more about what the book is about. That's what I want to know more now. Like, so like, what is the book about? Because, learning how and different.
Yeah.
Chuck and I can attest to what it means. Like, you thought it was like, okay, all you had to do is this. And then once you start, it's like, oh no, we don't do that. You got to get, so we can understand all that. We've been down that road, and it makes you say a lot of 4-letter words, a lot of good things, that probably won't go in your book. But but I definitely now want to know more about, like, there was a process to get this together. It's a whole story, testimony in itself, just to get the book to be able to, from out of your head to paper to someone's hand, is a whole story, a whole journey of being a warrior and not giving up and learning how to fight. in any type of mixed martial arts or fighting, you have to learn how to fight your enemy differently when that enemy knows you really well. So you got so you learn how to fight differently, when your back was up against the wall. You're like, okay, I'm gonna just teach myself how to do this, whatever case may be.
Yeah.
So I know people are waiting. I want to know more about what's in the book.
Okay. So the book, let's just talk about the name, because what's in the name, it's infinite grace. I got infinite grace. I put on the back of the book, grace is unmerited favor that's touching the lives of everyday folks, like showing us love. Yeah. And realistically, man, in this book is a personal testament to how I was able to get through a lot of tough moments, but it's a positive spin on everything. So I talk about, I'm only 31 years old, but I had a quick rise to, I grew up in the church. Sunday school was always important. And so I wanted to share the word of God. Like, I wanted to break down scripture, but I also wanted to just like talk about affirming yourself and affirmations, because I think there's this misconception that when you all of a sudden find God, that your life is going to be easier. And I know for myself and my journey, I got to a point, I was in my 20s, I was smelling myself, I was rising quickly, at Tougaloo. Literally, I came on the scene. I left a federal government job. Me and Destiny were working at Department of Justice downtown Jackson, and heard about being a recruiter at Tougaloo. And I was like, bro, I want to get back on the yard. And came there, and my immediate supervisor, Juno S. Jacobs, was no joke. And I hope you are watching this, Dr. Jacobs, because I'm telling you, I even wrote about it in the devotional. Dr. Jacobs is a dot I cross a T type of chick. And when I got there, of course, I'm thinking, because I'm an alum, I could just, I know what I'm doing. Like, I know how to sell to college. Like, I got here. Somebody, Paul Scott and Elizabeth Dillon sold it to me. I know what I'm doing. So it was a lot of, I think you learn on your walk with God that you're going to be refined. You're going to be papped. You know what I mean? When you get out of line, it's not always comfortable. Yeah. And so I had to get out of this whole aspect of wanting to be comfortable in every situation. And so basically I rose quickly at Tougaloo because really it was only because of Dr. Jacobs leaving. And when she left, they needed someone to replace her. And I became director of admissions. I really had to learn how to manage people, do better with relationships. I actually heard once, like, it's more expensive to repair a relationship than it is to maintain one. And being in a leadership capacity taught me that. It was like, at some points, I wanted to fly off at the lid. I was like who? Like, I do not care if I'm younger than you. If I tell you to do, you know what I mean? Like, if this is what we're doing as a goal, let's do that. Yeah. But it's not always received. And that's why influence is important. You can do a whole lot of writing pretty, talking nice, saying it this way. But if you don't really have influence, if you can't really make people feel something, then you're not going to get too far. And so I had so many lessons to learn on my journey of just becoming an adult and a man. And I'm still learning and walking with God. Like, it's been very scary since I was like, I'm a really commit to this, because I really was trying to do it my own way. Like, I had been just trying to just rise. Like, I felt like I got caught up in the rat race of just let's go as high as you can get. Let's be about these accolades, you know. Of course it was all sincere in my shaping and my helping of people, but it was also, I wasn't holding on to certain lessons like I should have. Like I wasn't really being still like I should have. I wasn't being as present as I should have. And so this book is really about being present. It's about gratitude. It's about it's really about living your best life now. Like it's not tomorrow. Stop dwelling on the past. Like all you have is right now. And so that's really infinite grace, man. It was like a journey for me. And so all I could do was just share some of my lessons and what I learned and picked up on. I've been in racist situations, you know. I've been in single parent household for the first 12 years of my life. Then a man came into the house, and that changed my life. You know, I grew up in a big family. So when I moved to Gulfport, like I'm actually from Black Hawk, Mississippi, like country town. Yeah.
Look at Matt.
Like right outside of Greenwood, LaFleur County. But I moved to Gulfport when I was in like third grade or something like that. It was a culture shock. You know, I was the country boy, and you know, it just, I don't know, like I just I talked about the whole journey throughout the book.
Chuck ain't tell you why I'm laughing, because my mama live in Black Hawk. So my brother and sister from Black Hawk. So when you start talking about coming from Black Hawk, first of all, people don't know what the hell Black Hawk is.
I know they don't.
That's one. For two, coming from Black Hawk, Mississippi, and then going to Gulfport and coming to Tucson, it's a whole nother, like, you ain't supposed to be here.
Bro, do you hear me?
Right? Coming from Holmes County, you know, Holmes, Carroll County right there together. You ain't supposed. Black Hawk is like in between Holmes and Carroll.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, you know, it's like you live in Black Hawk, but you might have something that say Carroll County, but your number or something might be Holmes County, Lexington. There's a lot of little places like that in our area in Delta. Like your address would say Chula. I mean, your phone number would say Chula, but your address would
your
say
brother and sister live in Black Hawk?
That's a whole other conversation. We need more alcohol. Keep going.
Bro! What?
Hey, what's the Deborah Cox song? How did you get here?
He said, I did not take the bus. Hey, that's another one of the famous Tulu remix songs. Shout out to G. Real Garland White.
Come on, man.
He remixed that song.
Look, my brother on the chat, like, who is your brother and sister?
Right.
That's a whole other conversation.
Hey, hold on. I'm finna hold on. You can find them.
If you, I was about to say, from Black Hawk, you gotta know the Amos family, because I mean, you know, I grew up, so I say a big family because it's like 19 of like my mom, like my grandparents had a lot of kids.
Oh yeah.
So I got
that's a lot of children.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of aunties and uncles. So long before I even knew. That's why part of Gulfport was a culture shock for me too, because all I knew was family.
Yeah.
So in trying to come to a new city, and it's like, it's friends, you know.
Who knows?
What are those? You know, like I know cousins, like
right.
My brother, you know what I mean? Not all it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Infinite Grace, y'all, was really just, it was deeply personal. It was something that I had to use to pull me out of a funky place, because I realized, you know, when after you've been journeying for a little minute and you look in the mirror at yourself and you say, self, what have I learned?
Yeah.
Like beyond, like going beyond the degrees, the accolades, the titles and things like that. The titles that mean the most are brother, son, you know, friend, you know, like community worker, you know, like a helping hand. Like,
right.
I felt like I really was caught up for a little minute, and I had to pull myself back up out of that. Like, bro, this is not me, and I don't want that to reflect as such at all. Like, I don't care about being a director. Like, so yeah.
You want to drop the trailer, Chuck? Because I know.
Man.
We want to see what we got going on. Let folks know how they be able to support this brother in his testimony.
Yeah, and
the written testimony.
And as we're pulling that up, man,
man, thank y'all, because I didn't even thank y'all for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
We sure got to the
listen, I'm gonna get on him with this logistics because I know he's gonna have a table on the yard Saturday.
Are you gonna be on the campus Saturday? Zay, I was actually planning on being at Mississippi Greek, the greatest weekend of all.
You should be doing both. You need to be on that yard Saturday.
I wanted to be there. You know what? I might just have to just go and drive down.
Hey, opportunity.
I'm about to say, if you got some books on hand, man,
bro, that's why I'm trying to get these folks to get printed on Friday. You don't even know. I've been running all the day.
But listen, you guys want to show people, let them pre-order, but you got something on hand. I know some of your alumni will. Well, today, a lot of the students understood, and I've said it, very plainly, the best I could. Your peers are fine. I said, but this weekend you need to be networking with the alumni.
Yeah.
Class of 72 celebrating their 50. Your friends can't hire you. Your friends can't give you no internship. Your friends can't come get your ass out of jail if you get in trouble. But your alumni, those who hold different seats, when you network, you need to be on campus networking with them. I said, just like I'm coming back as alumni.
Just that grace.
You need to be networking with your folk. Because Dr. Smith said college is about 50% education, 50% socialization. I said, you need to be networking and getting to know somebody, this weekend and stay out of your little crew. And they did it just that day, just today. And they're like, man, they just told me about an internship. I said, it was just, we just two of us up there talking. So, brother, you need to get to the yard Saturday.
Look, if these books printed on Friday, I'm on the way.
Look, Terrell about one. He just was in the comments earlier.
Yep. Well, look, man, let's watch this trailer and then we're gonna wrap it up, man.
We ate out.
This is the Infinite Grace, the devotional, the book trailer by author Xavier Amos. Check it out.
In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was.
Hold on, y'all can't hear it, can you?
Yeah, we can hear it.
You can hear it. All right, hold on. Let me start that over.
Yeah, I can hear.
All right. Make sure we got our share button added correctly. And got the audio. All right, we're good to go.
In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Fight the urges of life manipulating you into thinking you're having a bad day. You're being transformed by this moment. You're not frustrated. You're being taught patience. You don't have too much on your plate. You are perfectly aligned to get your priorities straight. Your dreams aren't far away. They're within reach. You are not depressed. You are healing. Everything in life happens for a reason. Watch your words. Each bump is a building block for your faith in a God capable of all things. Let His infinite grace consume you like a burning fire. Set your life ablaze with joy unspeakable, peace unreachable, and favor that's teachable. As you rise daily, choose God. His presence brings vitality and order. Choose yourself. That brings clarity. Choose love. That brings you peace. In choosing these, you choose infinite grace, unmerited favor that lights your life for eternal glory. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper and not harm. Plans to give you hope and a future. Infinite Grace, the Devotional.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I like the production on the trailer too, man. And the voiceover and everything, man. All of it was great.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Just the power of words. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
Speaking life over yourself and others. That's really one of the themes of the book. It goes from devotional content where we talking about scripture to just a simple affirmation for the day to a story about my life and what you can build off of something that I've learned. And that's it.
That's what's up, buddy. That's what's up. Look, you got a lot of support here. You got folks, all of our nightcappers that are over on Twitch. We've got our folks on the Nightcap Knowledge Facebook, the YouTube, all those pages. You got everybody tuned in. Be sure that you guys, I'm gonna throw it back up on the screen so that we can get some more sales, some more pre-orders going. Infinite Grace, go ahead and get that plug, man.
Man, if you want to be inspired every day, lead a disciplined life, order your copy of Infinite Grace, www.infinitegrace365.com. And although it says 365, you really getting 366 days of devotion because we put in February 29th for leap year.
There you go. And then as far as social media for Infinite Grace, go ahead and do that.
At Infinite Grace 365 on Instagram, Facebook is Infinite Grace 365 Incorporated, and email, you can hit us up at info@infinitegrace365.com. So Infinite Grace 365 Incorporated is the official publisher for Infinite Grace, the devotional.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah,
what's up, man? Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Matt, you got some closing words, man.
Hey, man, I tell that brother he can get to the yard. And, you know what I'm saying? We are visual people.
Yes, sir.
Out of sight, out of mind. They need to see it. They need to post. Drop it in the alumni group. Let folks know what you're what you got going on. I think, man, you definitely can move some folks with this. And I'm trying to see. I know some people out there that was watching a few minutes ago. If you want to buy a book, and and I'm talking to anybody that's related to him, I saw some support from Tougaloo. Where y'all at? Who want to buy a book? Who gonna buy a book? If he come to the yard Saturday, who gonna buy a book? I need to see you. Where you at?
Cash is talking about he can't wait to get his copy. I saw
Cash I don't know if I done seen your order yet, line brother.
Sweat him. Sweat.
Okay. Get
LB.
Look, I saw Obi in the comment.
My boy Cash has definitely been supported for real.
Maybe Uncle Earl, Coach Sanders can get some of that student activities money.
I mean, buy one for the whole baseball team. Graduation gifts, you know what I mean?
For the senior.
I sent it to Dolores Bridgman. So we gonna see.
Maybe we can buy a couple copies. How many seniors we got? We got anybody that's been working with us that might need a.
I'm about to say, don't say how many we got, because Beta Row got 4 of them. We got 4.
Hey, y'all got plenty of folks.
Yeah, we got 4, believe it about it. My order is coming. Somebody said their order is coming.
All right.
Appreciate y'all. I can't see none of the comments, I guess, because I'm on the other way.
No, you should have been able to see the comments.
Oh, I see them popping up here on the left. Okay.
Yeah.
It just popped up. It was a delay.
Oh, look. That's little bro right there, ain't it?
I'm that's my
Well, look, we gotta make sure that we make sure that Zay get to where, Mac. We gotta get to where the money resides, baby. We gotta get to where the money resides. I don't know.
Put me up there. Put
Birdman hand rub.
Come on.
Birdman hand rub.
Ladies and gentlemen, right back here next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, we're gonna have mental health professional, Dr. Fred Smith, another Tougalooan, another member of the D9 family. We had the Alpha Man on tonight. We're gonna have the Omega Man on next week. Shout out to all the Alphas in the comments. Hey, look, I see the Deltas in the comments. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all tune in, subscribe, like, and share. Peace.
Man, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
For sure, brother.